ClickClack, what's going on?
Hey man, just sitting here, just got in off my flight. Sitting in the hotel lobby waiting for my room to come available, man.
How often do you travel, sir?
I'm traveling on a regular basis, man. Average 2-3 times a month. I'm traveling a week at a time.
Is that what allows you to afford those expensive Timberlands? Can you show us those?
Hey man, you know,
those are nice. Let me zoom in.
you gotta take care of your feet, man. You gotta take care of your body because when you're moving around, your feet is what gets you around. So if it take a expensive pair of boots, and styles, you need to make sure that you have what you need to take care of your body.
Can you explain to us what makes you and your business approach different than, let's say, most bondsmen or what's the term I'm looking for?
Fugitive recovery.
Yes, sir, please.
Well, what makes me different than most agents is that I certify myself in all the equipment that I carry. I go through training, firearms training every year. I go and sit into training classes from experienced law enforcement officers. I go all around the United States looking for training courses and experienced ex-military, and they teach me how to clear houses and how to enter and how to do surveillance and those things. So I think that's what sets me apart from most fugitive recovery agents.
With the young man that the last two that we saw the last 2 days, how does that on the psychological level, when you get rest, like how stressful is this business?
Well, I can tell you that, this business is not for the faint at heart. It's very long hours, very little sleep, but you have to train and condition yourself for this thing. That's why you have to make sure you're in excellent condition. I'm a vegetarian. I work out, I run, I play basketball, also an ex-bodybuilder. So, you have to just make sure that you rest and eat correctly.
So that phone stays busy all the time?
All the time.
The general public, there's this almost split in the middle. There's half that support bondsmen and half that are kind of against them because they feel like sometimes they encroach upon law enforcement. They make it difficult for law enforcement. What would you say to people that are on the fence about that?
Well, I agree on one hand and I disagree on the other hand. I agree that there are some people who are not as professional, and yes, they do encroach on the law enforcement aspect of what's going on. Then there are people like me who are very much respectful to all the laws in the United States and abroad. So I study those laws, I research them, I even contact local and state and federal law enforcement to make sure that I'm not encroaching on their jurisdiction.
And does that seem to work good for you? Do they seem to respect that and appreciate that?
I would say more so than a few have really appreciated my respect for their boundaries. And we communicate and we collab on a lot of cases. So I would say yes.
We know your birth name, but tell us how you came about with ClickClack.
Well, ClickClack, that's what sounded the cuffs. Is I put those, the click, you hear me pulling those cuffs out, and clack when I put them on a defendant or a fugitive. So people say, man, you've made a lot of arrests all over the United States. You need to pick a name that basically informs people of what you do and how you do it.
Would that name almost imply that there's a lack of sensitivity for the people you arrest?
No, I'm very sensitive to the nature of what I do and the people, because I always believe at the beginning of the day, end of the day, if you lead a man's manhood intact, they will respect what you do.
Good answer. Wow. Some of the footage that will be seen, I guess we should kind of warn people with viewer discretion, because some of the scenes that we'll see not necessarily get violent, but they have the potential to get violent. You said earlier today when I was interviewing you in the car that every situation is potentially life-threatening. How does that wear on your mental or your health?
Well, for me, again, I thank God for gifting me with the knowledge and preparing me physically and mentally for this approach to this professionalism. You know, for me, it wore on me a lot when I was young because I didn't always, I always let my adrenaline drive me, but now I let my wisdom drive me. So I spend less time wearing myself down mentally and physically. I plan a lot more now.
So you've gotten better as you've gotten older?
Yes.
Or wiser? Great.
Yes.
How long have you been doing this for, sir?
I've been doing this over 25 plus years.
What advice would you have for young folk that maybe want to get into this business?
I will tell you, do not let the excitement of this business drive you into it. Let the professionalism drive you into this business because it will sustain you. If you come in looking for the excitement, it's a greater chance of you being hurt, and maybe even being killed.
Is there any bounty hunters that you respect?
Well, I mean, I've seen a few, but a lot of the ones that I got a lot of information from are deceased. And I don't want to bring their names up because it could be sensitive for their family members. Hey, baby. Huh? Yeah. I know it's your birthday. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna come and get you. We go have something to eat. Okay. I'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, I know it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, I love you too. All right. Bye. Hello? I can't hardly hear you, man. Say what? What? They did what? Listen, I'm here to get to my car, man. Yeah, I'll call you as soon as I get in the car. I can barely hear you with these cars coming by. All right, I'm gonna call you right back.
Wait, what just happened? I thought you were going to see your daughter and you got a call, so you can't go see your daughter?
Man, this is the nature of the beast, man. I'm on my way to try to get this fugitive, man. This is how I sustain myself. This is what I signed on for. You know, you got to be prepared, man, because you don't get but one chance. You don't get but one chance, man. And it's the difference between catching your fugitive and your fugitive getting away. And if your fugitive gets away, you may never catch him.
So, what are you going to tell your daughter?
Man, I tell you, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts right here, man. You know, because, you know, I'm not one who believes in making promises to my family, my kids, that I'm going to do something and then I don't do it. But, you know what I'm saying? This is what I signed up for, man. And this is what you signing up for. When you come on, you got to remember that you take your family with you everywhere you go. And you're going to have to break some promises so you can keep some new promises. So yeah, it hurts, man. It hurts deep. Mr. Turn around and put your hands behind your back. Got anything on you need to take off of you?
No, sir.
Turn around and face the wall, sir. Don't do anything other than what I ask you to do. If you do, it's gonna get bad, okay?
All right.
Yeah, we had a good day today. We caught our fugitive. You know, I hate that I had to miss my daughter's event, you know, her birthday and everything, but like I told you, this is what we signed up for. And if you choose to do this, you need to be prepared to put your family behind, because you're gonna have to step out of character a lot of times with your family, and you're gonna have to leave them so you can make a way for them. You know, it's sad, you know, I feel bad and everything. And
So you have time to shower and go see her?
well, I had to hurry up and shower and change clothes as you can see, but then I still only spoke to her briefly, you know, so I'm here and this is what I do. This your man ClickClack.